So do you guys get it like we do, where they call and then text and then email?
Call and text. I don't know about the email part. I don't have my phone on. My child has my phone, so I couldn't tell you.
So,
but maybe for the email, I don't know though for sure.
They have Erin's phone number, so she gets a phone call, and then within minutes, both our phone get the text, and then probably 5 minutes after that, we get the email.
Okay.
And it's not just for snow days. It's reminder, late start on Monday. Your kids are off school tomorrow. Buses are running late.
Yeah, no, we don't have that much. No, nothing like that comes through.
Ugh.
Hey, are we recording right now?
Yeah, I hit record already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I don't even know if we're recording or not. On Outlook, shouldn't I be able to have an option for auto forward or something like that? I thought I had auto forward on here. Or automatic replies, but I want an auto forward is what I want.
Yeah, I think so.
It should be that simple, right?
It should be.
Anyway, that's not what we came here to talk about. So how's everything? You got some? You've got the Black Plague running through your family. It sounds like.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the reason I'm drinking this Spirit World beer tonight.
So, are you sick? Have you been sick?
Nope, I've avoided it all.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Way to be.
Yeah.
You don't have to deal with any of that crap.
The timeline was my brother and his family came in from Colombia on Wednesday.
Yeah.
His wife texted everybody Wednesday morning saying she wasn't feeling well, and we're just like, come anyway. It doesn't matter. We get sick, we get sick.
Yeah.
She kind of stayed away, did her own thing more.
Yeah.
Like when we were sitting there talking to her, she was on the other side of the table, keeping distance.
Yeah.
Well, their 9-month-old daughter had it too, and she was getting passed around.
Oh yeah, everyone was up in her grill.
Yeah.
she's getting passed around like a football. So yeah.
They spent the night at our house on Wednesday night, as did my brother Kevin, and as did my mom.
Yeah.
So we're all trapped with these germs. Saturday, Madeline wakes up. She's not feeling well. She slept. No, Friday. It was Friday, and she slept like all day.
Yeah.
And then she was fine. Erin started feeling bad on Saturday. She just went back to work today, and she was exhausted by the end of the day. I get a text from my mom. Her and my brother took COVID tests, and they both had positive.
So they didn't have grossitis or just like a cold or a nasty something. I'm guessing that's what Jess had then.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm on like day 7 at this point. A test wouldn't tell me anything.
Yeah.
So then yesterday, Will wakes up coughing with a sore throat. He's down with it now. And yet somehow Kaylee and I are perfectly fine. It's
or you had it and you were just not symptomatic or something like that, right?
Possibly. But I mean...
I say from this point forward, it's just like a cold or a flu.
Yeah.
What else can you do? Nothing else you can do about it.
Yeah. So we're supposed to have Thanksgiving this weekend at Erin's parents'.
Oh, no.
And this is leading to all kinds of drama, too. And we're at this point, we're just like, we're not going. I mean, Will is probably missing...
Not worth it. Especially if you're not feeling well. There's no point in doing that.
At this point, it's because Will's not feeling well. But they're like, Erin would like you to get a test before you come. She's like, I'm feeling better. The test is going to be... is not worth it because it's either going to say I have it, and it could say I could have it for another 3 months because those tests are unreliable.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't have it, but Jay or Kaylee has it, and they just haven't started showing symptoms yet.
Yeah.
So it led to some fighting with her parents, and she's just like, screw it, we're not going.
There you go.
Yeah.
And there's nothing... And, whatever.
Yeah.
And why would they be offended? You're trying to do them a solid by saying, we would rather not bring illness to you guys. We're going to respect that. And
yeah.
We'll see you next time. We'll do another thing another time.
Well...
Thanksgiving does not need to be celebrated on Thanksgiving, just like you weren't doing it anyway. You're doing your own day. It can be done at any other date of the year, you know?
Yeah.
A gathering of sorts.
Yeah. So yeah, there's been lots of drama around here with that, so...
Well, I kudos to your wife. It sounds like she's handling it very well. Very mature about it, so there you
go. The screaming earlier wasn't, but there was yelling, yeah.
I take it back. Your wife was acting rotten. I don't know. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
She wasn't wrong, but she wasn't handling it right.
No, there you go. It's not that there's anything wrong. It's that nothing is right. Best quote ever heard at a work. I've never heard a better quote at work in my entire life.
No.
And it was given by a man that had just been defeated all day long. And he was just done. He was done with life. He was done with that job. He was just done. And I'm like, bravo. And it was said in the most calm, you can't say anything to me tone ever to get me out of my zone right now, where I'm just like, he's just like, it's not that anything's wrong, it's just that nothing's right.
And because of that, I was so happy when he got out of the industry, but now he's back in it. So,
oh, he got back in?
I think so. He was applying places because he interviewed with my aunt.
Oh no! Oh no!
I know.
No, you got out. You can't come back.
Yeah.
You can never come back in.
That's my goal, not to get back in it.
Oh my god, that sucks so bad.
Yeah.
Because you're like it's like prison, and he's like Andy Dufresne. He got out. He dug his little hole out. And he got out. No. Oh no, I'm so sad now. Well, you just ruined my evening. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, here's the question. So he interviewed with. Did he get it? Did your aunt hire him?
No, there was someone more qualified.
Shut up.
Yeah.
The guy's been doing it forever. Just because he's been out of it for a bit.
I don't know. You know how it is.
You could tell her I'm pissed at her then.
Yeah.
She's on my shit list.
So, but yeah, tonight I'm drinking a Public House Russian Imperial Stout. It's called Anthony's Pacification Barrel-Aged Russian Imperial Stout, and it's got a picture of a bunch of the Russian nesting dolls on it.
Okay. So wait, is this from Russia?
No, it's from Rolla. Close.
Hey, I brought you beer from Lithuania. The least you could do is bring a Russian beer.
A true Russian beer.
A true Russian beer. All right, so out of 5 pints, how many pints are we giving it?
I liked it better when it was fresh. Because I actually picked this up 2 years ago, and I was just letting it age.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Fresh, I gave it like 4.5. It's probably like 3.5 now. Just some of the flavors died off.
Gotcha. Just because it's been sitting so long.
Yeah. I almost grabbed one of my Bourbon County variants to have tonight.
You said something about a Bourbon County banana what's it, Foster's banana?
Banana Foster's, yeah.
Banana Foster's. What does that taste like?
I have no clue. I haven't tried it yet.
That's their brand new one this year.
That's one of the new ones. I got a couple of the regular, and I've already had one of those, and it was better than last year's. And then I picked up the Bananas Foster and the Backyard. The Backyard is like a berry stout, and I've heard it's really good.
Okay. Because last year, the most interesting one I think I liked was that Coca-Cola one. I thought that was pretty good.
The cola one is good, and I still have one of those.
Yeah. So Bananas Foster, that sounds interesting. That sounds like it's going to be a sweet beer of some kind.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one I wanted to find and couldn't, I think, was aged in Angel's Envy barrels.
Ah, okay. There you go.
But those ones went out pretty quick.
Yeah. But don't they bring them back? I mean, it feels like Goose Island stuff. That stuff's always there now.
Yeah, the regulars are always around.
Okay.
And then they have a couple variants that are pretty easy to find, and then a couple that are real hard. But
because that used to be the fun of it, was going to chase them down and find them.
Yep.
But now they don't want to miss out, I guess, on the opportunity for the sales, because it's not like they make them like affordable. The charge on that so much. Well,
the original, like the regular version, is like $12, $13. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah. The other ones, I think I paid about $20 for.
Oh boy, $20 beer! Wow.
Yeah. Well,
getting you now.
The like ultra rare one they released goes for like $40 a bottle.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's balling right there. Good Lord.
And I know a couple guys that go out and they find all of them. And they spend like $200 or $300 by picking up a couple bottles of each one.
Yeah. So
I'm all for that, because then I go over and hang out with them and drink their beer.
Like they give you a taste.
Yep. We do shares. I'll take some of the other stuff that I find other places. Like when I go to Indiana, I try to find some stuff we can't get here, and I usually bring it.
Well, we didn't meet last week because of the Thanksgiving, but we drank Narrow Gauge. What did we drink from Narrow Gauge when I was there?
We had Kidders.
Kidders, that's right.
Yes.
Their version of Puppers.
Yes.
It was a good lager.
Yeah.
I gave it 3.
Yeah.
Nothing too special, but not bad.
No, I'd rather get that than Bud Light, Busch, any of those, just to support small local brewery.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
So we had Kinners, but there was something else that you opened up too, wasn't there?
Yeah, that was their peanut butter and stout.
Oh yeah, what'd you think about that one?
I love that beer. That's a 5.
Nice.
I've gotten,
but that's not a special. Like that wasn't just something that's something they carry all the time.
No, it's a seasonal beer, but they also do barrel aged versions of it. And so last year they raffled them off, and I got the regular barrel aged, and then they had 3 variants of it that you'd get all 3 for $75, and I missed out on that. But my buddy Jeremy got them, so I got to try them with him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I told you about how I had got an appointment with him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool. That's name another brewery that does that kind of thing, where they came up special just to be able to sell you. They want to be able to service the customer that much that they'll make. And I was like, please tell me you didn't come here just for me today. She said, no. Trust me, I got appointments throughout the day. But we still like to give you that one-on-one attention for if you want, just to give you. I was like, it's the holidays. She was, oh, that's exactly why. All these guys are coming because they're getting together for the holidays.
Yep.
I was like, okay.
So a lot of breweries will do that where you schedule a time and you just come in a window. Mm-hmm. But I mean, that started with COVID where they couldn't have people come in, so you'd schedule your time and pull up to the back door and they'd run it out to you.
That's awesome. But I was the only one there. I was waiting. She rolled up. I was like, this is so cool that you're doing that. I thought that was a nice touch. So,
yeah.
Yay for small local breweries. Yay.
Yeah.
And then I thought they were opened up out by you at some point, right?
Yeah. I don't know when that's going to be. I haven't been over by where they're going to be at, but yeah. Hopefully.
Is it on the other? Is it on the 70 side?
No, it's on the 40 side. It's closer to Lake St. Louis, so a couple exits down 40 from us.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not a 10-minute drive.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah.
Not so much. But yeah, no, it's all good.
Hey, you're about 10 minutes from the mothership, so
I'm definitely, 10 minutes from there, and I still struggle to get there.
Yeah.
But then again, you have to give me credit. It's on one of the worst roads in all of St. Louis City or county or whatever.
Oh yeah, easily.
Point. It's the worst. It's so bad. It's not funny. But regardless. All right, so we're on a time crunch here.
Okay.
Like we started late.
Yeah.
My apologies. My daughter is playing basketball, and no one else volunteered to coach. And if no one volunteered to coach, they wouldn't be able to play this season. So I put in my name in the hat, and I said, "Fine, I'll do it." And it was fine. No, these girls are really sweet girls. They're really, really nice. Problem being, they play in gym class. So you could tell some of the girls either they play at home a little bit or they play in gym class. But this is their first time ever playing any kind of organized basketball whatsoever. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So we got it's basically starting from scratch. Where versus my kid, she's been playing since like preschool. Yeah. This is 3rd grade. So it's not like it was a training league. So the whole point of training league was learn the rules, learn, the basics of everything. So it's just like, starting over kind of stinks, but they were really sweet girls. So yeah. I'm hoping it's a good season. It's just anytime anything goes on after school, it seems to push me back on time.
Oh yeah. I understand.
Here. So yeah.
I've learned though that having one that drives is a lifesaver, especially when your spouse is down for the week.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you what. Yeah, we're still trying to get our head wrapped around the rules of the graduated license program here in our state. It's just like you could have another person in your car under the age of 18.
Yes,
as long as they're an immediate family member.
Well,
but you have 2. Can she can drive both of them?
You can drive one person under the age of 18 that is not a family member.
Not a family, but the others can be family members,
yes.
And there's no cap on that or whatever.
Yes.
Like, I keep telling him, but then he's just like, well, how do you define who a family member? I was like, just your family, dude. Your whatever cousins, aunts, uncles, whoever.
Yep.
Family, you'll be fine. Because he's just super paranoid about the rules of all that. I'm like, you're being fine. But yeah, no, he finally started driving to school this week. A couple of days. One day he was still caught a ride because I think he likes being chauffeured.
Yeah.
It's just easy for him to be chauffeured. But he drove today and it was such a lifesaver because having to leave to go get them and then come back with all the time crunch because we did practice like at 4:30.
Yeah.
And having to go back and forth would never have made it work.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a different level of stress though. Like it would either be a stress of time or it's a stress of, okay, I gotta make sure that this kid doesn't die on the highway.
Yep.
So this is one of those things.
That,
but yeah, each day is just like you hold your breath a little bit until you get. Just a matter of just getting more used to it, I guess.
Yeah. Tuesday night, she drove her siblings to youth group, and we're sitting here, and like Erin's just got Life 360 pulled up on her phone.
Oh, look at you!
She's like, "Oh, she's taking the highway," because that was the big thing. She would not drive on the highway.
We didn't do Life 360, but he went to Jeff City on what is today? Today's Thursday. So he went on Wednesday. I guess it was yesterday, or was it? No, it was yesterday. He went to Jeff City on a field trip.
Yeah,
and he didn't drive to Jeff City, but he drove. He had to get to school so early that no one was going to take him. So he drove himself to school. Got there super early. They took a bus out there.
Yeah,
and then he didn't get home till way later. He got home like 6 o'clock or something like that, and that's super late for him for getting home from school.
Yeah,
and because then Jen beat him home. She's like, "Well, where is he at?" I was like, "He's on his way back." I'm like, she's like, at that point, I think she kind of wanted Life 360 a little bit just to keep an eye on where he's at. So then last night, she gets me to go, "Hey, we got that whole Find My iPhone app," which I'm like, well, that's kind of like Life 360, I guess.
Yeah.
But for some reason, his is not working. It's not like he found a way to like hack it so you can't track him. We just couldn't figure out why his specifically is not working. And I'm just like, I get it. It's comfort for us as the parent, but I also don't want to. I want to give them their freedom because we had our freedom too.
Yeah.
And it was a matter of building that trust and whatnot. But still, you're just like, this day and age.
Yeah. I
don't blame her at all. It's a helpless feeling. You're trying to feel not helpless.
Yep.
So, well, that's good. I don't think anything else to add to any of that stuff. So let's go to topics. What do you got?
All right, we'll do some quick hit news things real quick.
Okay.
Dave Filoni is now Chief Creative Officer for Lucasfilm.
So, Chief Creative Officer for Lucasfilm. The only thing I can think of for Chief Creative Officer in comparison was when Jeff Johns was Chief Creative Officer for DC Films.
Yeah.
At one point, that didn't go so well.
Yeah, but Jeff Johns was pulled from the comic world into the movie world, where Dave Filoni is there and he knows how it all operates.
Yeah. Well, and then my question is, so you gave him this special title.
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically the George Lucas, is what he is.
I think so, yeah.
George Lucas. But Kathleen Kennedy is still the head of everything, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking the relationship is going to be more like the James Gunn, Peter Safran thing, where Peter Safran handles the financial side and James Gunn is the creative side.
That's kind of what I guess, that makes sense if that's what's going to happen. It's good news. Dave Filoni, he loves it so much.
Yeah.
He's immersed in the world.
He knows it better than anybody.
Yeah, I agree. It's just once you get past Rebels and that material, what's something new that he's going to produce. But I think he's going to take the approach that I think we discussed last time. We're going to get quality over quantity. Nothing's rushing to the theater,
Yeah.
I guess we'll have another season of Mandalorian coming up, and then I don't know. Are we getting Obi-Wan season 2?
No, I don't think so. I think that was a one and done.
Okay, one and done for that one.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only other project really on the radar, other than I guess I thought I saw a rumor about the Knights of the Old Republic coming back into the fold of things at some point.
At some point, yeah. There's still the Taika Waititi movie. The Kevin Feige one's dead. The Patty Jenkins one is dead. Filoni's apparently still doing his movie. I don't know. And then
what was the rumor of his movie? What's his movie supposed to be centered around?
Well, it's the original Thrawn series.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do is Thrawn. Okay, so the Thrawn trilogy.
Yes. It's going to be a modified version because they're not going to be able to use probably as much Luke, Leia, Han as they want. And they've kind of already set up what Luke's going to be like, so a Mara Jade might show up, but she's going to be a different character.
Ugh. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we'll let him do his thing, and we'll judge it once it comes out.
Yeah.
Nothing he can do besides that. What about the Daisy Ridley project? Is that still alive, or is that dead too?
As far as I know, that's still going. There's still the Jude Law show that's supposed to be coming out. That's still coming. And then there's supposed to be a High Republic show focusing on the dark side.
Andor?
Andor Season 2, yes.
Okay.
And they've actually started working on that. I don't know if they've picked it back up since all the strikes have ended, but I think they had already started production on it.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I mean, good for him. It's the right choice. It's the obvious choice, right? If you're going to give it to somebody, just take over the reins. Because I guess we'll say, was Kathleen Kennedy seen as both the creative and the financial, and that they're kind of just stripping her of the creative?
No, I don't think they really had a creative person.
Yeah. And maybe that was the problem.
It could have been. Well, that and the CEO that came in was pushing for just, let's make everything. Let's load up Disney Plus with as much stuff as we can do.
Yeah.
And then when Bob Iger came back, he's like, we've lost the quality of it. Let's back up.
Well, but do you blame the previous regime in regards to, load it up, because that was during COVID time.
Yeah.
They wanted to just put everything out there, right? Just to keep people engaged, keep subscribing.
Yes, to a degree, but it was also the same time that everybody else was making their streaming as well. And it got to a point where streaming has just gotten oversaturated.
Very much so. It takes a lot of discipline to make it really work for yourself.
Yeah.
It really does. I mean, the password sharing, everyone does password sharing. It's not like it's a new thing.
Yeah.
I think, and of course, a lot of the cell phone companies, they'll give you a free subscription. You're going to have a cell phone plan anyway. Might as well pick up that way, right? But you got to be really disciplined and be careful about, having too many. Otherwise, you're just paying as much as what you were back in the day.
Yeah.
And I swear I keep spending so much time just trying to find something worthwhile to watch versus actually watching anything, because there's just so much content out there.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, do I want to watch this? I don't know.
I have so many things that I want to watch that I just keep putting off because I see something else.
Yeah. Yep. So, all right, no, that's good news about that. I'm happy with it. Give me a Thrawn trilogy. I love it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Don't need to rush. We got Star Wars stuff to hold us over till that's ready to go.
Oh yeah.
You got Mandalorian, you got Andor, so we got quality coming. So.
Yeah, and probably more Ahsoka before they get to the movie.
Oh really? Okay, well there you go. Cool.
I would think they'd have to kind of finish that storyline before they go into a movie. Her trapped on the planet with Sabine, and then Ezra back with the Republic.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll see. But all right, so what's your other news? You got another headline?
A couple more. Nintendo did a press release. They're making a Zelda movie.
Yeah, I think I saw something about that. Who's tied to that right now? I thought I saw a lead actress tied to that.
I don't think they said any of that stuff yet. I'm pulling up the press release. It's just a live action. They're working with Avia Rod.
Here's the thing about Zelda is that there's the hardcore fans that have played every game. I mean, they did Zelda 2, they did all the N64 Zeldas, and they've done the Zeldas on the Wii U and the Switch. Yep. I mean, I know I think it's called Breath of the Wild, and this new one was like Tears of the Kingdom. Those two games are like one game of the year back to back or something like that. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, or there's so many different game of the year things.
Yeah.
I don't know which one really qualifies as saying this was the number one, but I only played the original Zelda. I never played it on N64 as far as like or was it Ocarina of Time or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Arcona of Time.
I've watched my brother-in-law play the other two, and the map is unbelievably large. It's a huge world to be playing in. I don't know where they'll pull the material from. Is the original game the source material, or all these other games the source material? If you didn't play the game, you're just going to be completely lost and have no clue what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just amazed it's happening because Nintendo's been so guarded with this property.
Yeah, but I mean, Mario Brothers made $1 billion.
Yep.
I think it made all the monies.
That's probably the sole reason they did it. It was all the money they made. And they're financing half the movie, and Sony is financing the other half.
No matter what, Japan will make that movie so much money.
Yeah,
I mean, it's ridiculous how much money they'll make over there. The international market they'll recapture their investment pretty easily, I think.
Yeah. I
just don't know what the basis of the story is going to be, to be honest.
I don't know either.
But I hope it's it's going to be somewhat fantasy based, right? And I'm itching for a good fantasy movie.
Yeah.
You know? I'd like to get into another one. I mean, I think I was so disappointed with Lord of the Rings, the TV show, what the Ring of Power or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm ready for something good. I'm ready to get into something that captures my imagination. News for you. I don't know I'm sure you saw it. I'm pretty sure Dungeons and Dragons 2 is going to happen.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think it did all right in the box office, and it was an enjoyable movie.
Sure. And those and they serve their place. You know, if anything, maybe they find a home on just streaming only. A streaming movie or something like that. So,
all right. So here's another one for you. To go off last week, sounds like Braniac could be the main villain of the new Superman movie.
I thought we determined it's that unknown character that nobody knows anything about.
The engineer from The Authority.
Yeah, and the engineer's going to be played by a female. I don't remember what her name was, right? So
this
I think we're just getting thrown smoke. It's just all smoke. We're not going to know anything until it actually releases.
Yeah. So, this is top10news.com, and it talks about how Snyder was planning Braniac for Man of Steel 2. But rumors come out that Braniac is involved with this project. The engineer might not be the big bad of the film. She's kind of out there right now as kind of a red herring for everyone looking for rumors.
Okay, we'll see. I'm okay though, because that's what Gunn likes. He likes the D-list. He likes the unknowns that no one really knows about. Because I think it's a safe play, because you'll be like, well, we don't know anything about it. Maybe he'll make it really cool, you know? Where with Brainiac, you now have expectations. We expect a really cool villain.
Yeah.
And it's harder to live up to expectations versus just having no expectations and then coming in and be like, hey, this will be great. I don't know.
So here's the Snyder quote about using Braniac. We talked about a Braniac movie. I just think it's best to give Superman these extraterrestrial challenges, because I think you've got to be careful with, other than Lex Luthor, because of course you have to continue with Lex, because Lex is the real nemesis. But I think you have to look outside the Earth for challenges for him because of how powerful he is.
That makes total sense.
It does.
Makes absolute sense. The fact that we never got a Man of Steel 2, it's criminal. It's still criminal. Ridiculous. Should have gotten it. I'm done. I can't talk about the Snyderverse anymore. I can't. Okay. I just can't. It hurts too much.
Here, we'll jump to this. Mark Millar mulls return to Marvel and DC for one more run. It doesn't really say what, but he's willing to come back to do one big story for each one.
Oh, he's gonna come back and do a big event. Okay. Huh. Because he misses the characters. It's not like he needs. It's not like he needs the work. His stuff sells just fine.
Yeah.
He's got his Netflix money, right? He should have Netflix money.
So my plan is to do.
Are we ever gonna get anything out of Netflix? What are we gonna get out of Netflix?
I don't know. They were supposed to be doing
the whole world, whole universe. For
him. After Jupiter's Legacy failed, they were moving to Super Crooks as an animated show, set in the same universe, though.
Okay.
So
I thought we were supposed to get a Nemesis. I thought there was supposed to be a whole Millar verse too.
They're supposed to be
characters together.
Well, so there is a comic. It's I think called Big Game. I haven't read it yet because I want to knock out some of the other stuff that tied into it. But I think the whole goal was setting this up with Netflix so everything could go over there and he could do this, and he's pulling it together in comics first and then using that as the guideline for the shows.
Sure, is the outline for everything. Sure,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, because I got to go back into the Jupiter's Legacy world, I think. And I really need to finish it. I don't think I did.
I think I've only read the first one. There's at least 3.
Yeah. There's 3. Because, I got... Well, but there was more than just Jupiter's Legacy.
Right.
There was Jupiter's Circle as well.
Yes, Jupiter's Legacy was the first arc, and then Jupiter's Circle, I think, was 2 more books.
Let's see what we got here. I'm doing the Googles here.
Here you go. Here's this quote. Just to scratch my massive fanboy itch, and because I love him, is why he wants to go back.
That makes sense. That's a great reason to go back.
Yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of these guys get into comic books in the first place, is because they love these characters.
Yeah. Drawn by Frank Quietly, of course. That guy's art's amazing.
Yes.
I love it. But, okay, yeah, so you had Jupiter's Legacy Volume 1,
Mm-hmm.
Jupiter's Legacy Volume 2, trying to expand this. Jupiter's Circle. I'm trying to find the right timeline, though.
I had found a timeline someplace. I don't remember what I did with it, though, because I was going to go through and read everything, but I might have it on my phone here.
Because Jupiter's Legacy, the first trade was awesome. I love the concept of it.
Yeah.
Because basically it's just the kids of former heroes, I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. All right, so this reading order, I don't even think this is right. Hold on, I might have a different one.
I'd have to reread all. It's been so long since I've read this.
Yeah. So
I guess what do we look for? So we got Jupiter's Legacy Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, there's 5 volumes of it.
5 of those, 4 Kick-Ass, Reborn, 2 volumes of Chrononaut, Sharky the Bounty Hunter.
Kick-Ass does not have 3 volumes. Kick-Ass has way more than 3 volumes.
Well, I think because there's 4 actual Kick-Ass, and then there's 6 Hit Girl.
Well, no, because is one of the Kick-Ass the one where it turns into the girl?
Yes.
Okay.
And some of those aren't even written by Millar.
That's what I meant. Were we talking Millar only or just our Millar verse?
Oh, actually, okay. No, there are 2 separate Kick-Asses. There's 1 through 4 of regular Kick-Ass, and then there's 1 through 4 of Kick-Ass the New Girl.
Yeah. See. And how many volumes of Kick-Ass the New Girl are there?
4.
That's a great question, too. There's 4 volumes of that?
Yep.
No way.
So in this list
I'm
I found...
pulling it up on Wiki right now.
Yeah.
Hold on. There are 4 volumes of that. Holy smokes.
I read the first one. It was enjoyable. Nothing groundbreaking.
It's just really on the nose. I'm not going to judge it because I haven't read it. I'm glad that you said you liked it.
Yeah.
But just after what South Park did this past week, I don't know if it's this past week or how recent it was. Please tell me you've seen it somewhere in the internet verse, where what South Park did to making fun of Disney and Star Wars and all that.
No, I haven't seen it.
Where Cartman was replaced with a black trans woman. He's now a black trans woman on the show.
Oh God.
It's so on the nose. It's so hilarious, and just thinking about what they did with this story, as far as changing from Dave Lazuski or however you pronounce it,
something like that,
to who the new girl is. It just made me laugh thinking of the two. I'm just like, Mark Millar, you were just up front, and you just jumped in a little bit from the South Park episode.
Maybe, unless because I've only read the first 2 Kick-Ass, so I don't know what happened in 4. So maybe something happened to Dave, and
I have no idea what I have. Volume 1 through 3, I think. I'm pretty sure I have 1 through 3. But anyway, it's just more to read, and I'll never get around to it, kind of thing. That's all. So, but okay, yeah. How did we change it off to Millarverse on Netflix? We were talking about something. What was the headline we were reading?
Millar back to DC and Marvel.
Back to DC. What do you? Okay, so do you have any predictions on what he might be trying to do?
I have no clue. As much as we complain about like Bendis and Jason Aaron for like once they get too big and try to get these big complex ideas, I think Millar was better at pulling those off.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Yeah.
Because Civil War, I really enjoyed Civil War. I don't know if another writer could have pulled it off like he did.
So okay, well that's a cool headline. When did that break?
Was was last week?
A recent con? Did it come out of a con?
No, it's from Popverse. He put something on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, he put it on Twitter.
X. You guys call it X.
X, my bad.
Will you ever call it X? Or are you?
No.
It's a Twitter forever guy.
It's like Riverport.
Exactly. Nice.
Yeah.
Here. I know I'm going off tangent here a little bit.
Yeah.
But speaking of, we'll go with an image book of some kind.
Okay.
Invincible. Have you been watching the new episodes?
I saw the first one or two. We haven't gotten caught up though.
Okay. And then I think you watched all of Gen V, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was reading something today where someone was just raving about how awesome it was. They said if you like The Boys, you're gonna like this even better because it's amazing. Yeah,
because they didn't really have anything to go from. It's all like new characters with some of the existing characters popping in here and there. Yeah. So, and to go off that, they're doing another sequel. So, apparently, there's a new sequel that's going to be set in Mexico, and the director of Blue Beetle is going to be in charge of it.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. It's kind of gone Walking Dead-like, where you have the core show that has the source material, and then they're just going to try to milk it for everything they can.
So, I don't know. What do we got next?
Go over to Marvel now. Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the solicit came out, and it looks like...
Oh, this is under the Hickman world of Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yes.
And he's writing it?
I think so. Let me see. All right, Ultimate Spider-Man #1. It's got a variant cover by J. Scott Campbell. Hickman's writing it. It sounds like it's going to be more of a Peter Parker like from Spider-Verse. He's married to Mary Jane and has 2 kids.
So then this is definitely not where they left off.
No. This is a whole new...
So is this Ultimate Universe different than the original Ultimate? It has to be because the other one was destroyed.
Yes. So
what Earth is this? Do we have an Earth number?
No, and I think it's all new. I started reading the event that Hickman did. Let me see if I can find it now in my app. Because the first 2 issues are on the app. I don't even remember what
that should have been something I went to go to the shop to get. I should have gone to go get those.
I thought about it. Ultimate Invasion. So it's basically the maker has been held in like a solitary prison that no one knows he's there. He escapes, steals all these pieces of technology so he can create a new universe. And he goes and, since he knows so much about the universe, he stops the spider from biting Peter Parker. And I think he pushed Bruce Banner out of the way of the nuclear explosion. All the stuff that happens to set up the heroes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So all the heroes, all their origin stories, he stepped in and stopped it from happening.
Yes.
Interesting.
I've read the first 2 issues. I really enjoyed it.
Cool.
So, but the heroes of 616 know he's out there, so they're coming for him.
So there's going to be a cross between 616 and this new Ultimate Verse. So they're going to do another cross between the 2 universes.
Well, I think they are just for this event, and then once the actual new universe starts up, it's on its own.
Okay. God, I do want to read that.
Yeah, it's worth
There's
it.
So much of them.
I'm
telling you, I just can't. I don't have time.
He shatters the Bifrost so the Norse gods can't come to Earth.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
He pushes up the Fantastic Four's rocket launch by a couple hours so they miss the cosmic radiation.
Oh, dude. Crazy.
Obadiah Stane and Howard Stark work together to make the company based off something he does to change it.
So this is all good stuff. This sounds awesome.
Yeah. So
this is worth reading. I should pick this up. That should be a book. Maybe I'll wait for the trade. I'll make it a shelf book. That sounds really good.
That's what I'm thinking too. So like, he makes it so they don't find Captain America. He gets a blood sample from Bucky and kills him. Let's see who else is listed here. Hank Pym inactive. Bruce Banner controlled. Peter Parker inactive because he kills the spider. So yeah, he goes in. Oh, he captures Doctor Strange and takes the Eye of Agamotto.
And this is by a guy named the Maker.
Yes. So the Maker is the evil Reed Richards from the original Ultimate Universe.
That's who that is. That's why it sounded familiar. That's why I pulled it up. I'm just pulling it up. Yeah, there. I looked at it because I remember his helmet.
Yeah, because
thing was so weird. Yeah,
because he survived Secret Wars with Miles. They were the two that came, and so in the first issue, he goes to Miles and he's like, "You know we're not from here," and he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you want to go back with me?" He goes, "No, my mom's dead there."
Interesting. I guess I need to reread Secret Wars.
I want to do that whole Hickman reading order.
That's an undertaking.
Once I get caught up on X-Men.
We talked about that last time, didn't we?
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Oh, yeah. It's worth it though. I bet.
Yeah.
So. Interesting.
All right, and then I got one last Marvel bit for you. They revealed in a deleted scene who the person Agent Jimmy Woo was looking for at the beginning of WandaVision. He went to the town looking for someone that was in witness protection.
Okay.
It was Ralph Boner.
Ralph Boner. First of all, awesome last name.
Yeah. Evan Peters. The fake Quicksilver.
Okay. Oh.
So it's leading to speculation that he's someone more than they're letting on because he was in witness protection with the FBI.
Evan Peters, Marvel, witness protection. I'm going to see what Google comes back with.
There's an IGN article that I found that talks about it.
Yeah, Evan Peters' WandaVision deleted scene. A new exclusive this Blu-ray reveals that Evan Peters' Ralph Boner. Yeah. Can we go Bonner? Let's go Bonner. Was the secret witness? Let's see here, because he's in it. But yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, because everyone's like, "Oh, is he really going to be Quicksilver because he played it in the X-Men movies?" So it's just leading to a lot of speculation.
Who else would he be? You think?
I don't know.
This is how we get Quicksilver back into the Avengers.
It could be. That'd be an interesting way to do it.
His death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked his Quicksilver better anyway.
Interesting. Oh, of course. Yeah. Well, actually, did you hear that Aaron Taylor Johnson? That's the rumor of who's going to be the next James Bond.
Yeah, I've heard that. I also heard him. I think it was him that said he wouldn't do it because James Bond needs to be British. I don't remember if it was him saying that or another American that was tied to it.
No. But we both agree. Going back to the whole deleted scene, Jimmy Woo needs his own show. We both agree on that, correct?
I read someone suggested an X-Files type show of the Marvel Universe with him, where he just goes around and investigates. Yeah,
it's more comedic.
Oh yeah,
though, obviously,
of course.
But he needs his own show. I mean, if oh God, why am my mind's going blank? For the agent from the original Avengers, he was killed.
Oh, Coulson.
He was the catalyst. If Coulson gets his own show, how come Wu doesn't get his own show?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
It doesn't make sense
to
me. And I would say that Jimmy Woo is more beloved than Coulson.
Ooh, that's tough. Because Coulson was the glue.
Coulson wasn't in it that much. He wasn't really, when you think back. Well, then maybe Wu hasn't been in it as much either. But when Wu's in it, he steals the scene every time.
Oh, he does.
But so did Coulson, though. I guess he did.
It could go both ways.
Here's the thing. Coulson and Wu in a show together.
Ooh, there you go.
You got the straight man, and you got the comic guy.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
It works.
And
Marvel,
then
give us a call.
And then they could
give us a call. We'll work something up. We'll come up with an outline of some kind. Pay us all the monies. Come on, here we go.
They could investigate Project Tahiti that brought Agent Coulson back.
There you go, Project Tahiti, and then we get Sam Jackson to make an appearance or two. It's all good. We've got it figured out. So I like it. I think it'd work. I like this. I did not hear about this deleted scene whatsoever. No, yeah, I guess you could watch it right here. I'll watch it later. I really want to see it.
Yeah.
But okay, that's cool.
It doesn't add a ton, but it just makes for more speculation for the original show that got everyone speculating about who is who and when Mephisto would show up.
Yeah, good call. Unless, are we trying to say Evan Peters is going to be Mephisto?
Ooh, that would be interesting. Why would Mephisto be in witness protection, though?
He can do whatever he wants. He's the devil, dude.
True.
There's got to be reasons. I don't know. Oh, that's so funny. I love that. On this comingsoon.net was the first thing that popped up for this. It's a picture of their Halloween costumes where WandaVision looks like the normal version of that. But it basically just looks like duct tape across his t-shirt. But the hair is amazing. His hair is hilarious.
God, it's so good.
Ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
I wish that show held up.
Oh, good Lord. And we go to old Lizzie Olsen. Good Lord, she's a beautiful one. Holy smokes. All right, moving on. Moving on to topics.
All right, I know we're in a time crunch, and we've been teasing Loki for a while. Do we want to hold off and just go into some homework?
No, we should hit on Loki a little bit.
Okay.
I'd rather do the Loki, I guess. As far as just I don't think I need to go episode to episode. Do we just want to hit on what we liked the best, what we didn't like?
I think so. Yeah.
Do we want to rank it? Do we want to rank it as far as where it falls into like our favorite Marvel TV shows? Do you want to say how important? I mean, there's so much you could say about the show in regards to how important is the show for the overall universe.
Well, I have a couple ideas about that. I like the idea of Loki as the god of stories. When they did that in the comics, I thought it was very clever, and the way they did it here, they pulled it off perfectly. Mm-hmm. That gives them a lot of opportunity.
Give me your 2 cents on what you thought about. Did you feel that Loki was a slow burn?
I didn't. Could it have been?
I agree with you. I don't think it was slow at all. I think it was one of the better paced Marvel shows. That's the problem with a lot of this Disney Plus stuff. All the shows seem to be a very slow burn.
Yeah.
But by the end of it, you're like, it was worth it, right? That's how I feel about them. This one, I didn't have that feeling. I thought it was good from the get.
I think if they really wanted to, they probably could have cut out one episode worth of stuff.
Sure.
But, I mean, you can say that about almost any show.
Now, did you do the rewatch of season 1 before you dove into season 2?
No, I didn't.
My only critique is that it would have been supremely beneficial to have done a back-to-back viewing of this. Like, if you somehow missed Loki season 1, watching this straight through season 1 through season 2, all the way, I think it would have been a much better watch.
Oh, yeah. I would have liked to. I just didn't want to commit, 8 hours?
6 hours.
It was 6.
Oh yeah, no, I thought it was. I thought each season was 6.
No, I think the first one was 8.
Was it 8? Okay. I agree with you with this, where less was more on this one. I think doing 6 was the perfect amount of episodes. Each episode had the perfect length. The addition of Short Round, which I'll never get his real name right, so I don't want to offend him by butchering it, but I also don't want to offend him by calling him Short Round.
Yeah.
When he's almost a 60-year-old man at this point, I guess. Still calling that dude Short Round.
Fine.
But, hey,
call him Data.
I don't think he'd be mad at you. But no, Short Round's dude.
Yeah.
He's short. He will always forever be Short Round.
Oh yeah.
I love Data too. I love it. But come on.
Okay, so season 1 was 6 episodes.
Show was by far the best thing.
Yes,
it was fantastic.
He was great.
At least the part I enjoyed the most. He brought levity. He was what tied it all together. He was basically your he pushed your narrative in regards to, hey, This is why the story is what it is. I'm the tech guy that explains all the technology and the science behind everything, which I thought was brilliant.
The way they did his introduction, where they meet him, and then Loki's being pulled back and forth in time. Mm-hmm. He's like, "You need this to do it, and I don't have one." And Loki goes back in time. He goes, "This is what you need." And he's like, "Oh, well, I can build that." And he comes back and he's like, "Oh, look what I just found." I was dying that whole time.
It would take me all of my entire life and another lifetime to figure it out, though.
Yeah.
This was the problem. So, okay, I guess what we'll do is highlights.
Okay.
He was a highlight. Jonathan Majors, damn you for being garbage out off screen, because your performance on screen, his performance was phenomenal.
Damn you and your Roid rage.
Phenomenal. Yeah. I love the little Easter eggs. Not even Easter eggs, but just the subtleness of when they started saying about you'll be spaghettified. I don't know if you noticed on the floor before they walked into the one room.
Yeah.
It said something about being spaghettified, which was hilarious. Sylvie just wasn't my favorite part of this season. She was amazing in season 1. She was amazing in season 1, but she didn't really do anything this season. It didn't feel like it, The lesson, she was the biggest part she brought, of course, was the lesson of basically when Loki just wouldn't give up and kept doing it over and over. Basically, the time loop that it's not, I won't say they stole it, but they borrowed from Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I liked the time loop part of that. I thought that was really, 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 really smart.
Yes.
Gosh, Owen Wilson knocked it out of the park. I thought he was great. His portrayal was great once again.
Yep.
Him and Hiddleston played well with one another. I thought their duo was really, really fun.
Yeah, and I hated to see the director said they're done together. You won't see them together again.
That's sad. That's very, very sad. But from what I saw was when he went on late night show or whatever, that was it for him as being Loki. But you're never going to see him as Loki again.
I don't know if they can get the other Avengers back. He could come back.
Money, but plus money always talks too.
Right? Oh yeah.
So, but his again, Hiddleston's performance amazing. I'm wondering if he'll get an Oscar, not an Oscar. Sorry, an Emmy nomination of some kind. I wouldn't put it past him. I thought he was incredible.
Yeah.
Would be well deserved. I just don't know if the critics respect this show enough.
I think it's very possible because they've given Emmy nominations to other shows, including giving one to Don Cheadle for his 4 minutes in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, jeez. Stop. No, I think Hiddleston definitely deserves it.
Oh, yeah.
He was brilliant. The writing was brilliant. At some points, it was confusing. Some of this was confusing. I'm not going to lie. Some of it was very confusing. But at the very end, the way I think the best meme I saw was just they were just ripping on all the stuff that's come out in Phase 4 or whatever, Phase 4 or 5, whatever phase we're in now, and then going, "This is what it could be," or something like that, and it just shows the end of Loki, and just how brilliant they did. They made it the Marvel that we were, for 10 years. It was must watch. Everything was must watch. You gotta watch it. Loki was a continuation of that. I think I will say Loki season 2 is superior to Loki season 1. Based on the ending alone. I think that ending's phenomenal. What a character arc.
Yes.
From who he was in Avengers,
He probably has the most complete character arc of anyone we've seen.
Absolutely.
And that's, part of in-game. In the MCU book, you'll get to this. They talk about how Tony Stark and Captain America both have character arcs where in the first Avenger movie, they're like, you wouldn't make the sacrifice, and he ends up making the sacrifice, and I don't remember what the details were on Captain America, but it was him picking up the hammer. Everyone's like, and that kind of fulfilled his
everything
arc.
Everything special about you came from a bottle.
That's what it was.
Where it's not what made him special. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'll have to get to that in that book at some point. I'm not there yet. I got another book I got to knock out first, but it's a complete story arc. it's an Emmy-worthy show. It's fantastic. There's the small things I didn't like about it are very, very minute. That's nitpicking at that point. I could see where if people didn't watch season 1 and they just try to pick this up. No, you can't do it. You couldn't just pick this up and say this is a brand new show to me. I think you really did have to have knowledge of season 1, which I did do a quick YouTube season 1 recap kind of thing.
Yeah.
Try to, jog my memory of everything I missed. Not missed, but watched it. It's just been a long time between watching that and this season. So try to jog my memory on that. And it's just, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And it's a shame that maybe they're going to pivot away from Kang. Watching this made me want them not to pivot away from it.
Yeah. Because he's amazing. He's such an incredible actor, and he dives into the role so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if we're going to pivot from Kang or maybe how this performed. And I don't think anyone was saying, "Oh, hey, he was awful in it. We still hate him." Did people boycott watching the show because of his off-screen actions? Which
I did not hear anything.
I still don't know. In the court of public opinion, has he been found guilty in the court of public opinion? I don't know. I don't know if people just think he's a wife beater or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what people think. I don't even know the full story. And it sounds like the full story hasn't even come out yet. Yeah. No one knows what the real story is or what the full story is.
And I think that's part of what Marvel's kind of getting at, waiting to find out what happens in the trial.
Yeah.
And that's probably the best thing for him because the trial's supposed to happen in the spring, I think. So it still gives them enough time to work on what they need to and pivot if they have to.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would love to continue with Kang because the character's been amazing what they've done with him.
Yeah. So just to pivot, just to slide them out real quick, just to say what's coming next, because that's what a lot of this is. Okay, we're not going to see. We've retired Loki as a character, quote unquote, for now, right? From Hiddleston is what we're supposed to believe. And then we set it up. We still know that Kang's he's still a big bad. We know Kang's a bad dude, right?
Yeah.
His story's not done. He has not reached his full story arc, which that was what was so great about Thanos. In the limited amount that he was in, he still got a great story arc.
Oh, yeah.
And he's actually a pretty sympathetic character. They made him a sympathetic character where the change they made from the comic to the movie, I'm almost of the opinion that the movie's better. That story's better than what they produced in the comics.
Yeah, because they had a lot more narrative in the movies than they did the comic. The comic was all monologues.
Yeah. So I guess where I'm going from here is the Marvels. You did not go see it, correct?
I have not, no.
Okay. And I'm at this point no plans to, or still want to try to hope to get to see it.
Maybe if everyone's healthy on Saturday, since we don't have Thanksgiving now.
Right. I've heard nothing good about it, but I also haven't really heard anything that was bad. I just know that people aren't going to see it. That's all I know about it.
Mark Bernardin said, was it a perfect movie? No, but it was a lot of fun.
Okay.
If he can say anything positive about...
I can wait for Disney Plus for that. I don't need to go rush to a theater for that.
I'm thinking if we're not healthy and we've got nothing going on Saturday, I might see if I can just rent it for $20.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah.
Because I mean,
really going.
Yeah. Well, our theater's still pretty cheap out here, but we could probably see it for $20. But then kids want popcorn and everything. Yeah. So, but I would be more than willing to pay $20 to watch it here.
Yeah. So, and that's where I'm going with my concern being we have our slate of movies that we're trying to work towards, and how long can you wait? Can you outwait the trial? Or is that where you have to say, hey, we can't, either we run with this and we're going to stand by our guy and go, well, we made a decision. Let's roll the dice on this guy. Or do you go, we can't wait. We can't take the risk. We move on. We pivot from Kang right now. He got his little play in Loki and then that's it. We never hear Kang again.
My thought is they're planning both ways, but they've bought themselves time with the strikes and pushing everything back.
Yeah.
Because the only movie we have coming out next year is Deadpool 3.
Yeah. Well, but I thought that's our big reset. That's our reset button right there.
It could be.
Yeah.
But it also, what I'm reading is it's the send-off to all these other versions of the characters.
Yeah. And maybe it's not the reset button. Or it's a reset in the sense that, okay, all the characters, every character, from the Foxverse MCU up to this point, everyone gets their send-off. Fresh slate starting after Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
Everything's fresh. Everything's new. That makes sense, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would really like to see that and be like, look, here's your new Tony Stark and Steve Rogers and everybody.
You need to watch the South Park episode before that, though.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, sorry.
All right.
Yeah, so anything else you wanted to share about Loki? Any other additional thoughts?
I don't think so. I mean, as far as MCU shows, I think Hawkeye is still above this.
Ooh, yeah, you do have a soft spot for that Hawkeye.
I do. That comic run was amazing, and just seeing so much of it faithfully told on TV was... I enjoyed that.
Here, I'm pulling it up here. Hold on. Do we include Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, and Inhumans in this?
No, because I think those are technically multiverse.
Okay. Do we include the Netflix series of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Defenders, Punisher into this?
That's tough, because I don't know if what we're getting is a continuation or if...
Okay.
But I would say if we included those, I would put Daredevil probably above it.
Okay. And then we have Runaways and Cloak and Dagger, which
No.
those are basically, I call those CW shows.
Runaways was garbage.
And then Hellstrom.
Hellstrom was okay, but I wouldn't include it.
That was Hulu. Are we including not Onslaught? Xavier's kid. That's crazy.
Oh,
David,
Legion.
Legion. Are we going to include Legion in our discussion of MCU shows? Is that even considered MCU?
No, it's Fox. So I mean, technically it's multiverse, but I haven't seen enough of it to include it.
Okay. So here's what we've got then. We've got WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, Secret Invasion, and we haven't gotten to Echo, Agatha, Ironheart, Spider-Man, freshman year, all these other... I think these are going to be animated. Marvel Zombies. So the stuff that we haven't gotten to. So I think we go with the original list, your original strictly MCU. We don't... Because if you include the Netflix shows, obviously Daredevil. I think Daredevil, it's going to always top everything. I think I need to do a rewatch of Hawkeye. I think I really do.
I loved it.
It's a Christmas show. I think it's a Christmas show, if I remember correctly.
It is. Huh?
With the Christmas season.
Well, I'm going to hit that up with the family then.
Because then... So hold on, Loki, because then Loki. Okay, because they put Loki season 2 down because they have Phase 4 and Phase 5 TV shows.
Yeah.
We just haven't gotten to What If. What If will come out in December.
Yep.
Echo's supposed to come out in January. Are we for real getting Echo? Or
yes.
Are we not getting that any longer? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like January 14th. Let me consult my calendar on my phone. January 10th. And
I really did I liked WandaVision a lot too. I really did.
I did too, but I rewatched it before Doctor Strange and it didn't hold up. I think when you go back for a rewatch, the intrigue of the show is gone because you're trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
And the sitcom aspect of it was very kind of a one-trick thing where you watched it and it was fun, and then you're kind of watching it the second time and it's like I didn't enjoy it as much. I think the nostalgia had worn out. Yeah,
9 episodes. That's a lot. That's a lot for that kind of show.
Yeah,
She-Hulk was 9 episodes. Definitely did not need 9 episodes of She-Hulk.
No, they could have cut some of that out, but I did enjoy that show a lot. That's in the upper end of what I enjoyed.
I don't know if I could rank these, but I can tell you what I like, what I didn't like. Okay, WandaVision, liked it. Falcon Winter Soldier, if I could speak.
Mm-hmm.
Meh. I give it a meh. I'm not gonna say I disliked it, but it's meh.
Middle of the road.
Loki, I like Loki.
Yeah.
Loki's at that's upper echelon. Hawkeye's definitely upper echelon.
Yeah.
Moon Knight's at the bottom of the pile for me. I hated Moon Knight.
I'd put Secret Wars below it.
Oh, I do too. Or not? You mean Secret Invasion?
Secret Invasion, yeah.
Secret Invasion. That's at the bottom of the pile with it. We'll
yeah.
put those both at the bottom of the pile. She-Hulk was fun, but not upper echelon. It's mid. I think it's mid-tier type of show. Ms. Marvel, mid-tier for me. I know you like it a lot more than I do.
I enjoyed it, but yeah, I'd consider it mid-tier. If you look at the quality of everything we've gotten, yeah, it's mid-tier. What If was fun, but again, I'd probably say mid-tier for that.
I think your crown jewels of your TV releases are your Hawkeye and your Loki.
Yeah.
I think those are your crown jewels, and everything kind of just falls below that.
Yep.
I'm trying to see if there's any connection between the two. As far as like a showrunner or a writer or a head writer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing any connection between the two. I was just interested to see if there's anything like that.
I mean, even comic-wise...
I was just wondering, why did those two shows work so well?
I mean, even if you think about source material, there's not really a connecting tissue between them, because Hawkeye was Fraction, and a lot of the Loki stuff, I think, was Al Ewing.
So, but no, so that's what we got. Some more to look forward to. At least we have one more show this year. We'll get our What If.
Yeah.
Which What Ifs? That's fun. It's fun, you know. Marvel Zombies is something I'm really interested in.
I am too.
What are we going to get? What's Spider-Man going to be streaming on? Is that going to be a Disney Plus?
Yes.
Okay. 2024, season 1, 2024. I guess sophomore year, season 2. No, that's just TBA. That's way out, I guess.
So, in freshman year, I don't even think is set in the MCU proper.
Oh, okay.
Because Norman Osborn is Peter's mentor, is what I read.
Interesting. Okay, well, just taking a different route. So yeah, multiverse for sure.
Yeah.
So, but no, good discussion about Loki. Just so well done, ended so well. God, that ending was amazing. So fun.
Yeah.
And the comic was straight up source material for that.
No, not really.
I never read the story. I never read the Loki book.
No. The idea of Loki as the god of stories came from it.
Came from the book?
Yes. So a lot of the more recent Loki stories, especially when you're in the kid Loki phase, is him trying to redeem himself, and he's working for, I can't think of Thor's mom's name. Basically,
not Hel. No. Hela's the sister. The mom.
I'm trying to blank on. But basically, at the time, Odin is dead, and Asgard is running. Frigga. Yeah. There's like the Council of Mothers or something, and it's Frigga and a couple other people, and they've got Loki as a special agent trying to fix things. And so I highly recommend the actual Loki books. I haven't read like Journey into Mystery that took place before it. I think that was Kieran Gillian. But those are supposed to be really good too.
Loki, Agent of Asgard. Loki, Agent of Asgard.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to figure out. Anyway, sorry. I was just trying to see how many volumes it is. This looks like just one big ebook is what I'm looking at here. I was trying to find out if there's actually not ebook. I would love to see if there's actual print and how many there are in the print.
I want to say 3 or 4.
Because if only 3 or 4, that's nothing to get through.
No, and it's really good, and you'll fly through them.
Oh, here we go. It collects Loki, Agent of Asgard, issues 1 through 17. Original Sin 5.1 through 5.5. I hate when they did that 0.1 crap. I hated that.
Yes.
Material from All New Marvel Now 0.1. God.
Yep.
That point crap. Stop it. Oh my God, these covers are great. There's this one cover that says "Vote Loki" on there. That's great.
Yeah. And that's where they got some of the variant Lokis from the first season.
Loki, Mistress of Mischief, written by J. Michael Straczynski. Have you heard of that book?
No, I think that came before Journey into Mystery, where they turned him into a kid. They've had multiple versions of the character in the last, 10 years.
Is he a kid? Is he a kid in this Loki Agent of Asgard?
I think he was, because that was right around the time they did the second volume of Young Avengers, where it was like America Chavez and Kid Loki and.
No, I'm seeing something else. Loki, Where Mischief Lies. The cover shows you that at least he looks like a little kid in this one.
Yeah, because there's Kid Loki. There's a time of Lady Loki. The Loki for President stuff was good.
So when you go into the Marvel app, does the Marvel app do this? Can you just type in a character's name and it'll bring up a bunch of their different books?
Oh yeah, I mean they give you reading orders that you can, like if you like Will did this with Colossus. He typed in Colossus, and like the first issue that pops up isn't even Colossus from the X-Men. But you can go through and read every issue that features the character.
Really interesting. Yeah, because that's what would make this easier. That if you're interested in a character, which that's how most people are, they find a character that they want to learn more about. Finding a reading order, like you just said, that would be really impressive to be able to go through and read the stuff. Or at least you can skip around easier that way.
Yeah. Here, I'm pulling it up real quick. All right, so yeah, you can go in. They have a search function, and you can go in and let's see. I just put in Loki. You can look up Loki character or the different series, and like it gives you every. It can sort by oldest first. So Journey into Mystery 108 is the first one that pops up, and then it gives you all these different appearances of them that you can just go through and read everything.
It says on the cover of this, the instant New York Times bestseller. It was an instant bestseller. Wow. I guess that Kid Loki one just played well. Now, but again, I'm hoping, is this an actual, I can't tell if this looks like a novel or is this actually a graphic novel. I can't tell.
So
I wish it'd give me, here, I can read sample. Hold on, let me see what the sample gives me.
So looking at this, I would go.
Oh, this is not that. Check this out. This is just a book. This is not actually a comic. Loki, Where Mischief Lies. It's about young Loki, but it's not the comic.
Okay, it might. They've done novel adaptations of some of the stories.
Do you get copies of the actual novels on the app, or is it just comics?
Just the comics.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I would definitely recommend doing the Agents of Asgard. Doing that, and then there's the Vote Loki series. Those are the
cover
two.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, those are the two to really check out. I loved both of those.
Cool. Okay. Well, there's our Loki centric episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was great.
Do you have much homework?
So.
I know you got.
I don't. I have three or four things I could share real quick.
Okay.
I guess because I am crunched on time. Do you have a bunch?
I got a few, but I can run through them quick.
Yeah, let's do it real quick, rapid fire.
Okay. Going through my list of this year, I watched the Stan Lee documentary on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Just okay. Nothing special. Everything we already knew. I mean, Disney owns Marvel, so they're going to paint him in a pretty good light.
Yeah.
I'd pass on it. Bye Bye Barry.
Watched it too. I forgot about it. Wasn't even on my brain. Didn't watch it. I was scrolling through something. I saw it. I couldn't go past it. So good.
I'd been counting down the days till it was so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really, really good.
And you still
his dad was something though.
Yeah.
His dad was something.
You still get no idea really what he was thinking about retiring at such a young age.
No. He is who he is. He made his decision. He doesn't care if you respect it or not. He does not care. But hey, he's walking around just fine. He's got his wits about him.
Yeah.
More power to him.
And just like seeing him sitting there with his kids talking about it all was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Good one. I like that one. Yep.
Yeah. So for some reason we came upon Planet of the Apes. Will wanted to watch them, so we started with Dawn and Rise. We watched both those last weekend. Those are so good.
I like all of them.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say you went back and watched the Charlton Heston one.
No, we're gonna watch them in chronological order. So
Okay.
I'm gonna make him watch those ones. He's dreading it. He's like, those are just people in costumes.
That's going to be hard. I bet it's going to be hard. Now, what about Marky Mark? Are you going to make him watch the Marky Mark one?
So in the timeline I pulled up, it was listed at the end, just kind of its own thing. I think I might, just because...
You know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not horrible.
Yeah.
It's not a bad movie. It's just not good compared to the other ones that came out.
And I showed him recently the Andy Samberg doing Mark Wahlberg. And I was cracking up, and he thought it was so dumb. But maybe I need to show him more Mark Wahlberg stuff. So
say hello to your mother. Say hello to your mother.
Say hello to your mother for me. All right, and here's the big one. Because my wife was sick, she rented Barbie on Amazon Prime, and then I ended up watching it.
Okay.
It was okay. It was nothing special. It's got a good message.
Okay.
That you don't have to be tied to whatever you want to do based off your gender.
Okay.
So it had a good message. I'm like, it was just okay. I didn't get the hype on it, but I probably, from more of a perspective of my daughters, they probably would have appreciated a lot more knowing I'm a girl, but I don't have to be limited to all these things because I'm a girl.
Yeah, that's a good message. That's fine. Either people are going to hate it before they ever watch it, or people just don't care. Like me, I have no interest. It's not a movie that interests me whatsoever.
I was curious because I was not expecting that, like, there were going to be 18 different Barbies and 18 different Kens in the movie. Like, Simu Luau.
I didn't hear about that. Okay.
Shang-Chi, he's a Ken.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Because when the original Barbie dolls came out, they all didn't look the same.
That's true. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. That was your big one. Okay. And you've been wanting to watch that, so at least you can mark that off the list.
Yeah. It's not going to make the top 10, but it was. I'm glad I at least watched it.
Yeah.
And then the last movie I watched was The League. It's a documentary on the Negro Leagues, and it was awesome.
Yeah, you've been talking about that.
Yeah.
Okay. What was that on?
That was on, I think, Hulu.
All right. Well, in here, I gotta go through mine really, really fast. So, let's see. Bye Bye Barry was one of them. My two that I loved that I did were I did Shoresy and I did Letterkenney. I finally got around to watching those 2 seasons. So,
just in time for new Letterkenney in a month.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking forward to. But I don't know if I'll ever see a better episode than the Chips episode. The Chips episode was vintage Letterkenney. Because I'd read some stuff where people were kind of upset that they thought, that's season 11, I think.
Yeah.
That they got some flack for season 11. They're saying this wasn't that great. I love season 11. I love every season of that show. It's just, it does everything I want it to do.
Yeah.
And if I don't get my fight scene every season, I'm gonna be mad. I got my fight scene, so that was great. The weird slow-mo stuff. You got the skids always being skiddy. You know, it's what I want. Shoresy is turning out to be. Who knew we were going to get this out of Shoresy? Wow. Yeah. It's a great sports show. It's amazing. I love Shoresy.
And it feels like it has more.
We're going to get one more season, but that's it. I think we won't get another one after that.
No, they've said this is the last season of Letterkenney.
No, Shoresy. Letterkenney, but what about Shoresy?
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
But maybe when Letterkenny's done, they do a full season of Shoresy instead of half season.
Oh, that's true. We're definitely getting Shoresy season 3, right?
We'd have to. They left it open.
That's what I'm saying. They gotta get Shoresy season 3. So good. Oh my god, it was so funny, dude.
Yeah,
he's the best kid. I love Shoresy. Okay, anyway, crushed through those. Finished Dark Knight or Dark Force Rising. That was a great book 2 of Thrawn trilogy. Finally got through that one. That was actually a really quick read. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Can't wait. I'm starting Last Command. It's slow getting into it though. I was hoping to start off with a bang, but it really didn't. But I'll get through it.
If I remember right, it picks up.
Okay. And then, last but not least, I have not been watching my movies. Did I talk about Last Voyage of Demeter last time?
Yeah, I think you said you had it. I don't know if.
Yeah, I have it. I watched it. It was awful. Don't waste your time.
Okay.
This is what I would tell you. It was really bad.
Okay.
Did not like it whatsoever. But again, make your own opinion if you like. But I'm just saying, I forewarn. And then last but not least, Yellowstone. Finally, I pushed through.
Yeah.
Yellowstone is a show where if you can get past the first few episodes, then it's worth it. Then you're down the rabbit hole and you're addicted.
Yeah.
And I've been crushing through Yellowstone like it's nobody's business. So I get it. It's not. But the biggest one or the biggest thing you get is comparison as far as like Sopranos, but out in Montana or something like that.
Yeah.
No, I don't see it that way. To be honest with you, there's some shady stuff that goes on, and I'd have to sit there and think about that again. I don't know. There's some really bad stuff that happens.
Yeah.
But the Costner character is not your Tony Soprano character. He's not. Yeah. That's not that. I would compare it more to. I just watched it and I told you how amazing it was. Now I can't even think of it. What was it called? It's HBO. Brian Cox is the
Succession.
It's basically the Fox News thing. My brain. Older I get, we gotta stop doing this late at night. I think.
Yeah,
that's another problem. HBO Brian Cox series. That's what I would compare it to. Succession. Thank you.
Okay.
Succession. It's more comparable to that.
Okay.
Way more comparable to Succession. But dude, Yellowstone's awesome. I highly recommend it if you ever want to get into it. I really want to watch the prequels more than anything. Love to go back to the old West stuff.
So I'm hesitant on it because all the people that have raved about it to me are like far right people, and I'm like, I don't know.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with that. I just like it because it's a good story. I don't think politics gets into it too much, to be honest with you. But I mean, again, I let you make your own decision on that. It's just good. I like it, but I'm deep and I'm caught up, or I'm trying to catch up. Because I think, season 6 just dropped or something like that.
And I think it's done.
Oh, it's great. Even better for me. I love when it's like that.
Yeah.
Even better. But anyway, sorry. I gotta move. I gotta go pick up a kid.
Okay.
All right, man. But it's been good catching up. I'll talk to you.
All right. Thanks for listening. You can find us on our website, Nyrdcast.com. It's Nyrdcast. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube by searching @Nyrdcast. The intro music is The Other Side by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, a Mad Dog remix made by Madeline Tierney. This week's featured track is Off My Chest by Gab De La Vega.
It's time for me to come clean by this. Truth's got I hurt, it's not my fault. We'll counter this. Where have you been so far? The veil's been lifted in the end. It made it clear for me to accept and comprehend. Used to blame myself to my best to grow up and get man on my own. Is anyone there? These words come from alive and not here. But I just can't pretend that nothing ever happened. I chased after something I knew I was lacking. It's me, oh, it's always me. Thank God I found ways to cope with it. When everyone around me kept saying it's okay, but all I could see were the mind games you played.